Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Hope you're doing well. It is Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. And today on Wednesdays, we usually talk about team, and HR stuff. So I'm going to talk about team a little bit and about we and how we work together. I was taking a class and I was reflecting on why I wasn't getting as much stuff done in the sprint. And what I realized is a 2-week sprint. Now, why do I say 2-week sprint? It's interesting when you go evaluate a team and you look at what they're doing. Do they want a 2-week time box or a 3-week time box or a 4-week time box or even a 1-week time box or even 1 day, depending where you work? And it dawned on me when I coach people and when I mentor them and when we do our mastermind groups, we do it in 3-week increments. Everyone on the team agreed 3 weeks was good. Why? Because we work as individuals in those 3 or 4-week sprints. The teams that work in 2 weeks or less sprints work as a team. There's usually more than one person working on the code base or working on the solution that you're trying to get at. Therefore, they get it done in 2 weeks. But when a team is organized to set up for one person does one task or one product or delivers one thing at a time, it's usually going to be a longer time box where you get 3 weeks. Where I thought I came to this realization the other day. So it's a great way to evaluate teams and start looking at things as a hint to how are they working. Are they working as a team, like Scrum is asking us all to do, or supporting? And to be honest with you, when you do work as a team and you have more one person solving the problem, tends to get quicker than it gets slower. Tends to get the answer and solution you want before when you work just by yourself. So that's a hint. That's like a tell. Like if you're playing poker, someone touches their eyes or something like that means they're doing something poker. Well, you know what? A 3-week or a 4-week sprint is a telltime sign that team is working with a bunch of individuals. Now, I'm not saying it works that way all the time. There are times when there's testing and things and people add, and that's another story. We can talk about that another day. But I just want to talk about teamwork today, because today is We Team Wednesday, where we also talk about HR. So, as a coach or scrum master, or somebody coming and evaluating an organization or a company, to be honest with you, if they want longer time to get something done, usually indicates that they're working as individuals and not as a team. When you work as a team, more than one person can work on something in parallel or overlap a little bit or help out with solutioning quicker, right? It's like when we use AI tools, we use AI tools to help us fill that blank page. And sometimes that having other people working on a solution helps fill that blank page so that we can start cranking through and doing the work that we need to do. It's the same idea. So what it dawned on me is that the 2-week sprint is too short for things that when people work as individuals. You're taking a class. I mean, it's nice to show what a 2-week sprint looks like for those who don't know, but if they're working as individual, they're really not getting the full feeling of what a 2-week sprint is about. If they're working as a team and you do an activity where they're all working together to solve a problem, that's a different question. That's a different scenario where maybe they can learn better why a 2 weeks better than a 3-week or 4-week. But if they're going to work and you're going to teach a class or going to do something as a group or you as an individual, and you only give yourself 2-week sprints, is that really enough time to get stuff done? Right? Because I do other things. I got to work, support, in addition to learning. Sometimes 3 weeks not enough, and plus there's vacation, family. As you get older, like me, you do have other responsibilities and not just enjoyment. I enjoy hanging out with the family. So I want you to just reflect on that. Look at, and I would love to hear from everyone if they've had observations like that. Reflect on your teams for me. Send me notes, send comments in this post. Send me some notes in LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. Does a 2-week or a 3-week, actually, does a 3-week or longer sprint kind of tendency to everyone working as individuals, and then they kind of bring their stuff together at the sprint. I'm thinking it does, right? So look at that as a telltale sign when you do coach or come to a new team or a new organization. Is everything get stretched out over time? Is it taking a lot longer? And then my elbow, I worked out last night. My elbows are sore. I pushed too much weight. But is it taking a long time to get things changed? It's taking a long things to get things changed may mean they're working as individuals and not as a group, as a team. So I just wanted to share that with you as a suggestion for you to keep an eye out for, because I reflected on all my teams. I looked at my teams that were a 2-week sprint team, ones that were a 3-week team, one or a 4-week team, and really, the longer the sprints, the more everyone acted as individuals. Now, they could have had 2 or 3 people on a little micro team that would do something, but still, it was one person would do one thing and one person do the other, and then they would test it or whatever. And yes, they were working as a micro team, but more of a waterfallish team, right? Where we're looking to get teams that work in conjunction with it, or people that work at the same time on the same problem to solve the same problem and do it quicker, right? So I just want to share that with you as observation. Next time or look at all the teams you're coaching. Look at all the teams you're a Scrum Master for or an Agile coach. I'd love to hear if what your sprint length is, and then are they working as individuals or as a team? I would tend that if they're working as individuals, it'll be a longer sprint. Something you can work on. I just wanted to share that with you as an observation. Telltale sign is when you go in to help a team out, or organization, or small business, or whatever. The longer they stretch stuff out, makes you wonder if they're doing it as an individual, and maybe they're in another case, not just an individual, but they're an individual and they are given multiple tasks to get done. So the reason why it's taken so long, maybe they only get to spend 25. There's only 4 25s in a day. So maybe they got 10 things they're working on, or they got 4 things, let's just say. And the way they split their day is a quarter of each thing on each one of the 4 things. I only said 4 things, by the way. Did you notice that? 4 things. And instead of getting it done in a day, because if you had 1 quarter and you could do the quarter through the day, it would be done one day. It takes them 4 days to get anything done, because they're spreading the amount of time they have available for each one of those 4 things over 4 days. Quarter day 1, quarter day 2, quarter day 3, quarter day 4. And this causes another reason for a delay or extension of the sprint. 2 things to think about. So you think about, are they working as individuals? And do they have too much stuff they're trying to work at the same time, therefore spreading the work out so they could look like they're working a little bit each day on each thing, and therefore stuff doesn't get sooner, it gets done later. Now, if you're in a revenue business, you got a company, do you want your solution to get more money in to take longer or to be quicker, right? So you need to think about that. It's not yelling at them or anything. It's about how we design the work we have at hand. Can I make $100 tomorrow? Or do I make $400 over like 4 days later or something like that, or less money a couple days? Because I've missed a couple sales, right? That you'll never get back on those days. Something to think about. I wanted to share that with you. It dawned on me why I like the 3-week sprint for teaching people and training people and having goals from an individual perspective versus a 2-week sprint, which I think is more team-based, where you have more than one person working on a solution. But when you're working on yourself as an individual, trying to get to that next level, which, by the way, is where I'm leading in my next book. If you want to be interested, send me a note. I'll send you a link to the pre-release event, and then what we're going to do. But to get to the next level, sometimes we do this work, but it may take 3 sprints. It may take 3 weeks to get some stuff done in addition to all the other stuff we do, but you got to monitor that. I know everyone wants to do it really fast, but then things start falling down, right? And that's what's happened to me. couple of things fell apart, or it didn't get done, or I didn't get it all done, or fall behind. What can you do? With that, I want to wish you a great day. I want to wish you a happy day. I want to wish you a happy Wednesday on this short holiday week. And we'll see you soon. With that, take care, everyone. Remember, if the team's taken 3 to 4 weeks to get a sprint done, are they working as individuals or as a team to solve the problem? Now, maybe that's good enough, but can they make it quicker, solving problems within 2 weeks rather than 3 weeks or 4 weeks? That's a third of the time. Can you imagine if you were able to run a third of the time faster? How good that would feel. I know it would feel good for me. If I lost a third of my weight that I go, I'll be happy. Anyway, take care, everyone. Have a great day and see you soon.